Hello, Lego lovers. This is L, and this is a section of my city. Now, a while back, I did kind of a walkthrough of me building this area. Check out that video if you want to see more. But this video is just kind of showing it off, I guess. So, what is this? Basically, if you haven't seen anything with my city is designed around kind of the Ninjago like water. If you've seen those sets, how they kind of have the Ninjago water for the Ninjago City and Ninjago Docks. And I decided I wanted to make like my city kind of not necessarily based on that, but the roadways would all be water. So if you imagine this is kind of like almost a block in my city, and the water is like the road. And what this area is it's kind of like a parking place. So most of the people in the city, except for some older people, use hover cars, small hover cars, or hover bikes, swoop bikes, that kind of thing, hoverboards, etc., or whatever weird hovering type vehicle that can go over the water and over stuff and go in the air. So I wanted to make like a parking lot effectively for it, and that's what this is. So internally here, it's all tiled up. You can kind of see that two different colors. We got like a light pink and magenta. And the concept is each section like this, different sizes, etc. That's kind of like a parking space. So, and the concept is this building, I'll kind of try and raise this up, has these pillars, and the concept is I will raise it up and build a bunch of different levels of whatever buildings I want. So like that, which is not a Lego piece, unfortunately. I wish Lego made stuff like that, but cheaper. I'm gonna have levels and hopefully build it up really tall, but this will be the base level, and I might have to fix it or change some things if it structurally does not work. So let's kind of look at it. So first of all, I love the flowers, putting flowers into these sets, and I did add detail. And obviously with Lego, there's always room for improvement or changing things or making them different compared to how you like. So one of the things that I have up here, you can see, I just kind of threw in some signs, printed pieces, because I imagine like there'd be advertisements like crazy, posters, whatever, just kind of a rundown type area where everyone just kind of puts out their stuff. I do think I kind of want to have more of this, so I might do some more of that, but otherwise the pillars, they're just white pillars. They're actually fairly easy to take off, which might be something I need to fix depending on how building above them goes. But I'll take those off so I can set those down and we can kind of have a better look. So like I said, this is basically a parking area, and there's a couple things for parking in there, but we're going to kind of go around the outside here first, hopefully easily and not difficult. So as you can see, I did kind of put some lily pads there. You could imagine people trying to walk on them. Some people that are light enough or have magical powers or whatever might be able to, but some people might just fall through them. And I imagine that there's lots of people from different planets and stuff that hang out here, so they might track in different kinds of seeds or plants or whatever, but you just kind of have a lot of pink on this side, all different kinds of greenery to that pink. And you can see on the like sidewalk area, I have lots of jumpers, so you can place people and things. So I kind of have some things placed all about. And as we go around here, you can see corner is kind of bare, and you can see it almost looks like there's some depth, and that's just the technique I use. Like I said, I would check out the tutorial if you want to see a little bit more of that, but I'm going to try and turn this, realizing that it's really big because this is a 48 by 48 base plate, I think it is. So, and here we can see just a character hanging out, and we start seeing some different kind of plants that are kind of weird. So I kind of went crazy with different weird plants. We have a bird, some butterflies, just wanted to make it colorful with some weird plants. And again, some advertisements for whatever kind of things. Maybe some people park there. I really like how those pink flowers look on those green leaves. And there's a banana just laying on the ground. And we're going to kind of go around this corner. It's like just fitting in front of my camera. And I made kind of like a mushroom or mold grouping here, which I actually like how it turned out. Using that coral piece and that teal and those printed mushroom kind of parts from the elves line, which I miss, and making it kind of grow up on the sidewalk too. I do kind of really like how that turned out. Then we have some more weeds or seaweed just kind of flowing off the edge here. Different colors of those leaves and different varieties of colors of plants. I kind of went wild, I won't lie, on the plants because I wanted them to be interesting and different. So like here you have some really weird plants using a lot of transparent pieces, including those wands. Just kind of a neat look, I felt. Maybe there's a bud of one or two growing there. Some different flowers over here, really big one right there. Some weird plants kind of growing out of the water there. And some other plants over here in colors. And as you can see, I didn't put any jumpers inside the middle area, and perhaps maybe I should have done that. But as you can see, we'll take some of this stuff out so we can kind of get a better look overall. So then in each kind of corner area, I have basically these little displays, which are easy to take out. And I just made some sort of hot dog noodle machine, weird looking thing, solar power type of vending machine. It actually somewhat works, but it's pretty difficult. I just added some detail. Looks like it might not be the most safe vending machine here, but yeah, just something, I just imagine vending machines and other stuff, and then just other pieces of paper laying around, detritus, other posters. I really like how it turned out. Here we have an arcade type machine that I made. Pretty simple. I think it's based off of the modular skate house, the 3-in-1 creator set, which you can make some different builds out of. And then I just added some posters. Maybe this one's really old because it says Livy on Tour 2015, so maybe advertisement for that, and some weird writing up there. Just some, wanted to throw around weird printing. You can imagine like the face, just weird stuff. And here's like, I just kind of imagine an advertisement type board. Like I said, I just kind of threw different printed parts all around it. Maybe this is, neon signs or lighted signs advertising an ice cream place or just whatever, maybe some graffiti. I just wanted to add some, like people have gone through here, have lived here. And if I want to place this in like a different kind of area, since it's modular, it's kind of nice that I can, do that. Although for the most part, they're going to stay in their corners so that there's plenty of access. So then this thing just has, maybe this is a calendar with the weather that you can look on, advertising a restaurant here, just random stuff, gopher races, graffiti, some nice art type prints that I like, just to kind of add some detail to these. Pizza's hilarious. And then this is just a dumpster that you imagine people are supposed to put their garbage in, but maybe they don't, and maybe there's animals that crawl around in there. And then any characters live in my city. So there's a little bit of stairs here, but I didn't feel like it was too high of a level that someone couldn't just, if they want, walk up. And since, like I said, every thing is like a hover car, so you can just come in here, park wherever. That's the concept. Take a parking spot, park however you want, aggravate people by like triple parking. There's no like payment or anything. It's just kind of a parking area. And one of the things is like I said, it was just kind of pink. So I named this the Pink Park Place. I had lots of pink tiles, and that's my favorite color, so I have no No problems doing that. Kind of added detail where like the main walkway is, so you can imagine that's not a parking spot. And then I added panels around the edge, just kind of make it like there's an area there that's kind of protected. But let's talk about some things that I might want to change for the future. Oh, and I did want to point out that like I tried to give the brick detail to these corners just to add some, oh boy. And see, like I said, you can move stuff around, have it wherever you want. Just to mix it up if I want, or if I want to build different stuff to put in there, maybe more detailed. A couple things that I would change. One, I kind of feel like I put too many jumper into the sidewalk. However, I had a lot of jumpers, and gray tiles are actually pretty hard to come by. So I don't mind that much because I could really dirty it up or put a lot of people there if I want. Just kind of maybe a nitpicky type thing. The other thing is that this area, the like tiled parking area, is too clean. Maybe adding some discolored tiles or damaged tiles, or something to just kind of mix it up. I don't mind how it looks right now, but that would be something that I could change in the future. And another thing I thought about, but I decided not to do, is maybe like a damaged area where the water's kind of leaking in. But I decided again not to do that, just because I don't know. It was going to be difficult. I wanted to get this, and I like how that is. One of the other things is these pillars. I used this white because I had lots of the parts for it. And there's no real added structure inside. You can't really tell. But that's one thing I might change, is the color of it, if I can get the parts someday. Otherwise, I'm not too bothered with it. The other thing, too, is the connection, because it's just like you can see those 4 jumpers. I might need to build it more durable as I put other structures on top. So that's something that I might have to look at in the future. But otherwise, I'm fairly happy with how this turned out. And one thing that'll be really cool, and I have to do a video update on my city at some point, and this would probably be the only really updated thing, but having this done, putting it in my city, which is like in the middle of the city, will allow me to have a fully completed road or waterway down my city, which I think is really cool. It's something I haven't yet to have, because this was in the middle and it was just a gray base plate. So I'm really excited to put this down and kind of take a look and see, even though, the buildings above it aren't like done or completed, because technically I can just leave it like that and it's just an open air parking area, or put those, columns on in the roof and it's just like a parking garage. And technically I could, for a temporary thing, put parking spaces on top of it, or as I choose. But otherwise, I'm pretty happy about this. But what I really want to know, and I probably should have put this in front of the video, is what do you think? Because I'm always curious to know what people think, if they like it, if they're like, oh, yuck, this isn't something I like, or X thing's really interesting, or how did you build X thing? I'm always open to people dropping comments on anything, or they can say that this is the most incredible thing they've ever seen, and it's so awesome. I mean, if that's honest, go ahead. If it's not, if you're like, oh, this is terrible, I hate it, I don't like it in my city, just tell me why. Always encourage being open about stuff. I always love criticism on what I'm doing, because you can't get better or think of doing different things if you just keep doing the same thing and everyone's like, yep, it's okay. You don't grow. But really like how some of the weird flowers turned out. Really happy. They look alien, which I think is a nice test if I ever do any more expansive alien type planets or anything like that. But that's going to be it for this video. If you've watched the end, again, I appreciate it. If you watched the video at all, I appreciate it. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Like I said, comment like crazy all you want. Otherwise, I just really appreciate people watching my videos. Hopefully you'll watch more of my videos as my light is flickering here. Thanks for watching, and we will see you watching the next video. That's creepy, never mind. Just thanks.